Hi, I'm Dima Sharif.
And I'm Sandra Boros.
I'm the founder of DS Consulting Club and the Grow Pro Shop.
And I'm the founder of Sandy's Kitchen.
And this is From Scratch to Success. Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel like I have so much to get done, I don't even know where to get started? You feel like the day, the time, nothing is enough. You feel like the tasks are endless. Do you feel like, my God, why did I do all of this? My life was so much better before, and it's just as if I poured a bucket of tasks and lists over my head. My friend, overwhelm is part of the game. We all feel it, especially when we first start, and it's something that everybody goes through. I know it looks and sounds like at points that this is not doable. It is doable. There are ways to deal with it. Let's talk about that. Sandra, what do you think about overwhelm?
Well, if there's one thing I would say, like now when you were talking, you made me think of one thing, is that my overwhelm did decrease over time.
Yeah.
I will tell you, so now we finished our second year of operations. I will tell you, during the first year, I was much more overwhelmed than I was in the second year. That it does get better. Okay, so there is a light at the end of the tunnel for people who are overwhelmed. I was there. I still am in a way, of course, but set up, like, because everything you're talking about in these episodes that you need to do before, I think that will manage the sense of overwhelm. But if you're a bit more disorganized, a bit more chaotic, a bit more what's the word, spontaneous. Okay, if you're a bit more spontaneous, as I am, then you will be overwhelmed. But the more you grow and your business grows, the more setup you do, the more groundwork you do, the less overwhelmed you become.
100%. Look, establishment work, we keep going back to this.
So
and
necessary.
I'm really mentioning it and stressing it throughout the episodes because it does make your life easier. If it's not done, no problem, but start getting it done. Like you said, when you first start operating and you're just going, go with the flow, kind of, whatever comes, come what may, let's just, deal with it as it comes. You're just bound to get more overwhelmed with time, and the tasks don't get done. And because when you're organized, what happens is you have things that are already done and automated for you. For example, I know how to deal with this kind of situation because we've been through that. We have devised these methods and stuff like that, and things start getting organized, and so you feel less overwhelmed. Organization is a very big part of this. But another thing I say that really helps with overwhelm is planning. The more planned out you are, the less overwhelmed you will be, because you're not operating as a reaction. You're being proactive. So usually when we don't have a plan, we just go face the storm and see what happens.
Okay.
And we'll deal with it as it comes, right? When we have a plan, we know, and inside our heads, we know, okay, this is coming, this potentially will come. You cannot be 100% sure. There are days when you don't know what's going to hit you. But when we have a plan, we're working with a plan, we become less overwhelmed. Let me give you a very small example that will make this a bit clearer. For example, when I know that in Q1 2025, I'm launching a podcast. I'm also launching the Grow Pro Shop, right? I have a plan that I'm working with. Everything is planned out. And so what we are doing is we're just implementing the plan. Imagine if today you and I had to plan the podcast all together while actually doing the podcast.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah, but that's how you guarantee you're going to be overwhelmed. Because things will happen, and then there are teams reliant on it, and so in order for everybody to be at a comfort level that allows them to really give what they have and reach the full potential, it's better to have a plan. Planning does help 100%. Tell me, give me some examples of ways you've devised to deal with overwhelm.
Personally, well, in the first year of business, I mean, the first Ramadan that came, like desserts are big in Ramadan.
Yeah.
The first Ramadan that came was like, it hit me like a slap on my face. I was like, oh my God, what is this? We're not ready. Like Ramadan starts tomorrow.
It's like you're happy to get the business.
What are we going to do? Or like, we don't even have time to create new product. Like, it was as if it's a surprise.
Yeah.
Christmas was a surprise. Everything was a surprise. It was good. We were grateful for the business. We also felt, underprepared, overwhelmed, not ready. We felt like we should have started thinking 3 months before. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, why didn't I think of this 3 months ago? You should take us back in time. We need time to prepare for all of this, you know?
Yeah.
And this is what I mean about things helping you as you grow.
Yeah.
For example, we're about to go into our third Ramadan operating as a business, and I tell you now, we know what's coming.
To expect.
We know what we need to do. We know all the prep that needs to be set in way before, and we're doing that.
So you're already talking about planning. You know what the plan is. You know what to expect, setting realistic expectations to your business, to your role, to your contribution, to your team's ability, to your financial ability as a business. Setting realistic expectations will definitely help you not get overwhelmed. Some businesses get overwhelmed because their expectations are not realistic and too high, plus not understanding limitation. Because every business has limitation. Every phase of business has limitation. Like what we were discussing, like in the beginning, for example, if you're paying yourself a salary, you're not going to be able to pay yourself the full salary. Yeah. You have to, and also in your operations, you cannot go all in. And actually, yes, it's nice to get an opportunity, but sometimes we cannot fulfill this opportunity. Better not take it.
Exactly.
Than take it and get overwhelmed and then under-deliver and lose that customer.
Exactly. You know? Like I got a request one time for 20,000 cookies. And I was like, it's lovely. It sounds really nice. I love that you thought of us. I was honored. But how? It's just, you're not there yet. I would love to do that. Yeah. Today I cannot,
Yeah, look, it is nice. It shows you the potential of the business. It gives you a roadmap to plan future stages of the business.
Something to look forward to.
And also to understand that there is a need for this, so maybe we can start tweaking to reach a place where we can fulfill such need.
One day.
But yes, if you take over than you can handle, you're setting yourself up for overwhelm. Overwhelm is important because overwhelm eventually leads to burnout. And we all know that burnout is terrible and you don't want to go there.
But that's a small business problem, and it's an entrepreneur problem as well when we take on a lot more than we should, when we don't know how to say no, when we just want, we're so excited that people want our products and they're interested and
yes,
you know the feeling.
Yes, the opportunity.
And,
yes.
And you're like, I can do it. Whatever. I won't sleep this week. It's okay.
Yeah.
But in the end, you're destroyed.
Right. Here's the thing: taking on everything is a sure way to fail. Deciding I will do it and I will do it all myself is a sure way to fail.
Yeah.
Not setting any kind of priorities is a sure way to fail. Not managing my time is another way to fail. You see, all of them, they lead to overwhelm. Not setting my expectation right, over-expecting, overestimating my ability, my team's ability, our production ability, right? And so, one of the best things to keep you calm, collected, and centered is to understand fully the situation you are at, to understand fully that you're in a phase. That phase will end. That phase has its limitations. It's not nice to really want to take the 20,000 cookie order but not be able to take it, but that's a phase. And see, here comes the power of planning, because in planning you have the full picture. You know, I'm in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, the limitations look like this, but we're going towards this. We're working towards this, which keeps the push alive. However, not having a plan, staying in the dark, over-expecting, overestimating, taking everything on, doing everything myself, not paying myself while I do all of this. This all will at some point you're gonna, you know, it's like a hoarder that's hoarded everything and all of a sudden it all fell on her. Yeah. Right? So at some point you need to put your head on top, breathe, and actually create a plan, prioritize your tasks, don't do everything yourself, delegate is the name of the game. Yeah. And also be realistic from what you expect from your team members, what you expect from yourself, what you expect from your business at its current phase, right? Overwhelm is really about managing the mindset. The mindset has to shift. Mindset coaching, by the way, is something that helps with this. It helps show you how you can manage these thoughts that don't serve you, don't serve your business, and actually stand in your way. Right? Yeah. Overwhelm is a big problem. We all face it. Why is it a problem? Because it leads to burnout. Sometimes burnout, when you really reach burnout, you can't function. And then the recovery is a very long period of time. Some people cannot recover real quick, and this could lead them to lose their business. So it's a real issue, and we're bringing it up because we want to tell you that you need to seek help and support if you're feeling way overwhelmed and on the verge of burnout. Yeah. Plus, help and support can also be seek the help of people who can help you, people who have been there, people who understand, people who can help you plan and organize.
Can I just make a distinction between what I see? I feel that there are two different types of overwhelm. Mm-hmm. There's the one where you are emotionally overwhelmed, mm-hmm. you are tired, mm-hmm. you're on the verge of burning out, yes. you're exhausted, mm-hmm. but it's more like of a mental yes. thing. Mm-hmm. But there's also the physical overwhelm, the mm-hmm. overwhelm with the billions of tasks mm-hmm. where you're just working, mm-hmm. and I think they're similar, but they yes. can be different.
Yes, but that's the thing. What you are saying is we start off phase 1 is that physical overwhelm, too many tasks. It's just a hectic kind of lifestyle. We're dealing with this, we're dealing with that, and as small businesses, we deal with so many issues and problems. Yes, because the business is not fully established yet, and the business is not fully there yet, and the business is still small, and every blow is a big hit. So yes, that's where it starts. But if we don't address it at these early stages, it just builds and builds and builds to reach the top part where it's crowned with burnout. And that's why we're saying it's something that you don't take light, as in it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You have the resilience, you keep going. But also you deal with it. You don't just push it towards the back of your head and just leave it until it blows in your face. No, you deal with it. How do you deal with it? At first, you start seeking help. Help meaning, for example, instead of me doing this task and that task, I'll give this to my admin, I'll give this to my kitchen supervisor, whatever, whoever your team is. If you're a solopreneur, you might want to outsource, you know, and just hire people to take some tasks that can be done without you. Don't waste your time and energy as the founder of the business on mundane small tasks.
That's true. I'll give you an example. So I was overwhelmed with accounting. And then I got an accountant, and oh my God, yes, it felt so much better. Yes. The load was lighter. Today, I feel like social media for me, I don't have time for it.
Yeah.
I don't have, and now we are looking for an agency or a freelancer or a person, So, by the way, we're hiring. So get in touch if you think that's you. So when that load is lifted, mm-hmm. you feel so much better.
Yes. And that's why we created the Grow Pro shop. Because the Grow
Tell
Pro...
us about it.
The Grow Pro is going to actually give you access to hiring people on the go, hiring without the commitment, hiring per month, hiring for a task. It also gives you tools to book your coaching sessions with the experts that you want to talk to, depending what you're looking for. It's going to give you access to getting some consulting done just online. It's all done online. It's convenient.
Getting consulting. Getting the knowledge, you mean, from someone?
Yeah. Okay, so the knowledge is coaching mainly. Consulting is when we come build the system for you.
Okay.
Right? So, for example, you need to create a financial system or a financial plan, or you want to create the HR manuals, you want to create your policies. We take that load off your back. We create it for you based on your business model and your business concept and reflecting you and your business, done for small businesses. Yeah, and fit for the stage of business you're at. Because it doesn't matter, I give you a policy that, a Fortune 500 company needs to run.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to, which is what you get from traditional consulting at the moment. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for the budgets of small businesses. It doesn't work for the operation of small businesses.
I really feel like you've got everybody's back right here with
yes. Yeah. I was adamant when I created DS Consulting, and we said how the story came about when Sandra and I, in the first episode, watch it again if you haven't watched it, how we started. But really, I created this as a support system for entrepreneurs, small business owners, really for small businesses. The reason why I want to support is two things. One, I have been there. I know it. I know what it takes. I always thought, if there's just anybody to talk to who will understand this, because I know they understand business, everybody understands business, but doesn't understand this conundrum of small business, entrepreneur life, moving from this to this, growing, something that you never really thought about deeply. That's one. And two, because I believe there are beautiful stories, entrepreneurs, concepts, talents out there that deserve a chance. I like homegrown stuff.
Me too.
Better than the big chains, the big established industry. That has its own people. I like these because I know the passion that goes into it, the kind of thinking that goes into it, the actual creativity, and the quality of the products end of the day, because it's unmatched. And it deserves the support, and that's why we're doing this.
Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget to follow DS Consulting Club and the Grow Pro Shop.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And obviously, the Grow Pro Shop has a lot of resources that you could use, you will be able to use soon. And Dima's always there. She is the DS Consulting Club, and she will be there to answer any questions you might have, to give you tips that you will need. And remember, as an entrepreneur, you don't need to feel alone.
As the founder of DS Consulting Club and the Grow Pro Shop, I am speaking for both companies. I'm not the only one there. I have teams of experts, people who are experts in the tiniest details of every department of your company and everything that you guys need. I'm here to represent all of us, and we're here to represent you. So follow, watch the remaining episodes. We're going to talk about DS and DS Consulting Club and the Grow Pro Shop and Sandy's Kitchen in a coming episode. Exciting things happening. Stay with us, watch the episodes, and be part of the loop of entrepreneurs and small business owners.